We are here today to talk about how faith grows. I think that it can feel complicated, and I think we need to identify what faith is in order to know how to grow faith. If you are on the YouTubes, though, go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell to get notified of future videos that are coming up. Doing lots of lives on here, but I'm going to be adding more content. So you won't want to miss out on that. They're very good at notifications. Let's get into it. How faith grows. First of all, you need to know what you're putting your faith into. Okay. So when you get married, you get to know the guy or the woman, and you decide that you want to spend your life with them. Okay. So you're putting your faith in that person, or in the ability to grow something with that person, or the ability to sustain relationship with a person over that amount of time. I'm just putting that out there as a sort of intro to how this might work. But what we're talking about is faith in God. I don't know about you, but I don't think I can have faith in someone or something that I don't know. Okay, so you have to know the person first. You have to know the thing first. We put our faith in the cars that we drive, I don't think there's a person around that doesn't have to have faith to live life. I hope this makes sense. But, every day that we wake up, we have faith that day we're going to live it out, and we're going to walk out whatever the plans were that we made for that day. Okay. So an element of faith, and when we're describing faith, it is not just belief, but it's actually putting hope into something. So the belief comes first. Belief is knowing and acknowledging that the thing that you're putting faith in exists. When it comes to God, we have to know his character. We have to know who he is, how he operates. And then the faith comes in going, I believe and I trust that you're going to follow through with those promises, and those character traits are going to withstand throughout time. So how do we grow our faith? Well, we show up for the relationship. God is always present. He's never sleeping. He never slumbers. He is always present. He's always available. He never leaves us. He never forsakes us. That means that, building and growing faith is on our side to an extent. God shows who he is. He shows that he's trustworthy. He is ever present and always available, which means that if we go to him, then we're building relationship with him because he's always available. So we can set time aside any time of the day. We can connect with him any time of the day, whether or not we set an appointment with him. Okay, so all I'm saying is that it is good to make a plan and to set an appointment with yourself so that you actually follow through. On God's side, he will always be available whenever we come to him. That is the amazing thing about having a relationship with God, having a relationship with Jesus, is that you don't ever have to wait in the sense that he's always present. Okay. So when we're thinking about growing our faith with God, we're going to maybe set a time aside, carve out space in our day, whatever time of day that is. I prefer the mornings because I know I'm going to do it then. And it sets the tone for your day. So the number one thing would be to set time aside to get to know the one that you're putting your faith into. A lot of people will say faith is like risk, the same as the word risk. I don't remember exactly what people say about that, but it is, when I think about that, I think it's actually calculated risk. It's not just like jumping off a cliff and believing having faith that you're not going to hit the ground when you didn't make any preparation for that. So this is where I feel like there's faith and wisdom go hand in hand, and you can't really have one without the other. And I would have to dive deeper into that, but just off the top of my head, that's what I would say about it, because there is action that is required in order to build faith and demonstrate faith. Okay, so as you step out in faith, knowing the one who has made the promises, knowing his voice, knowing his character, then when you step out in faith, you're stepping out with calculated faith. And what I mean by that is that you know the one who you're putting your faith into. You're not putting your faith into the thing, okay? You're putting your faith into the one who has the ability to do all things. Nothing is impossible with him. So when we step out in faith, having already built a relationship with Christ, our faith is met with his character and his nature. I would also say that when I step out in faith, it is built, my faith and my desires are built within the framework of who God is. So again, it's about alignment with the one who is making the promises, who is the one who is going to show himself faithful over and over and over again. So your faith is going to grow through interaction with God, getting to know him, and walking that out. So when he says, I am a rewarder of those who diligently seek me, you will not know that he's a rewarder of those who diligently seek him unless you diligently seek him and you have that experience with him. So my faith would be, in that instance, it would be that I actually do the process of diligently seeking him, knowing that he says he's a rewarder of those who do. And I can expect to be rewarded for that. There is just so much depth to this and so many elements that can, sorry about that. Somebody was calling me, so I had to pause that on that video. But all I'm saying is that if you know the person, right? Say your friend says, hey, let's meet up at 9 a.m. at the coffee shop. Well, faith would say, I know that that person's character is to be on time. So I'm going to show up at that time and know that and expect that they're going to come at that time that they said. That is a small, minor, and beginning thought process about faith and how to grow it. It is really related to relationship. It's related to knowing someone, the knowledge of that person and their character. And it's related to going, as I've stepped out and as I've gotten to know God and I've tested these waters of faith, he has never failed me. He's never failed to show up for me. Now, I might add that I might have had a different idea of how he would work it out. And maybe it didn't go exactly how I thought it would. But that's where I would say we don't know the full picture. We see in part. Again, activating faith, again, knowing that he's going to do it. I don't know exactly how he's going to do it, but he is going to do it. So we have security. We have security in knowing who he is and his character and his promises, and that his word does not go forth without coming back to him, fully having accomplished what he sent it out to do. Okay, well, that's all I got for you today. I hope this is encouraging somebody out there. Let me know if it is, if you feel like letting me know. If not, that's totally fine too. You're just a watcher, an observer. We'll chat at some point, I'm sure. Okay, guys, again, if you're on YouTube, go ahead and click the subscribe button, click the bell to get notified of future videos. And I've got some links in my description as well if you want to check those out. Bye, guys. Have a nice Friday and a weekend. I will see you on Monday.